I go to bed pretty early on New Year's Eve. Don't celebrate like the rest of the population, and I'm on my own a little bit there, but was probably in bed by 10 o'clock. So just had a good night with the family, pretty quiet night at home. Think we watched a movie or something like that, and welcome in the new year. I woke up the next morning, I don't know, to go for a run or something and try and stay fit, Hazy, to about, I don't know, 7 or 8 missed calls on my phone from numbers that I didn't recognise, but they weren't private numbers.
Keyword, numbers.
They were mobile phone numbers, and I don't often listen to my voicemail, but there was a couple of voicemails left on my phone on New Year's Eve. Here is one of them.
Kane, mate, I've heard you're on the coast there fighting the fires. I'm part of the troop as well. I've heard feedback from some of the boys that you're not pulling weight. You're weak as water, mate, and they need more water.
That was. I feel like we shouldn't be laughing at the firefighter situation. Clearly, they're taking the mickey out of that a little bit. You can hear someone in the background who we had to beep it out there because he used a pretty strong word in the background. So, what's the one thing, Hazy? You're a bit of a ratbag. You're a bit of a scallywag from way back. I can tell you've done some things with your siblings and your friends back in the day. If you're going to make a prank call, what's the number one rule?
Well, number one rule when you're calling your exes, you've always got to put, I'm just kidding, I used to do that. But back in the day when, yes, potentially you make a few prank calls, the number one thing, you go into the settings of your Nokia 5110 and you flick it over to private number, and then to follow it up when you're with your mate, you test it. You call him and you go, just let me know, is that coming up private number?
That is what you do.
All right, sweet. Now I'm going to call the coach and give him a spray.
That is what you do. Well, these clowns from Broken Hill, I can say pretty confidently that they're from Broken Hill, did not do that. And they left their mobile number in full display. Now, most people would let it go, have a bit of a laugh about that voicemail and let it go. Not me, though. So the first thing I did is I returned the call from a private number this time, put my phone on private, and rang this bloke back. Now,
did you get an answer?
I didn't get an answer, but what I did get was his voicemail.
With all his
So,
details.
remember, at this time, I've got no idea who these people are. I've got no idea who. It could have been anyone that could have. There's a lot of people that dislike me, could have left the voicemail. I've got no idea who they are. Anyway, it goes through to his voicemail. It says, "G'day," something like the lines of, "G'day, it's Matt Garrick here. Please leave your name and your number." I thought, oh, there's one clue. There was another missed call that I had from another bloke by the name of Blake. And it also went through to his voicemail. It said, "G'day, you've called Blake. Leave a message." So I've got two names now. I've got Matt Garrick, I've got Blake. So what do? I put in Matt Garrick on Instagram. And his Instagram profile comes up. I look at his Instagram story and I see that on New Year's Eve, Matt Garrick is hanging out with Taylor Walker and a bloke called Blake. And I'm starting to put the dots together, Hazy.
What are you insinuating?
I'm putting the dots together that Matt Garrick is, in fact, on further evidence, a very, very good mate of Taylor Walker. And by chance, the voice that you hear in the background, which we've had to beep out, is, in fact, the former skipper of the Adelaide Football Club, Taylor Walker.